Greetings, homebody, intuitive, moody, Cancer. My name is Eliane Nicole. I'm an astrologer and tarot card reader, and welcome to my new YouTube channel. This is the second round of videos that I'm doing on this channel. The first round I did was an overview for each of the signs for November 2018, and this next round is an overview for each of the signs for December 2018. And specifically, I am going to do a Cancer overview right now. And I'm going to start with reading some tarot cards, and I'm also going to talk about the planets. And I'm going to try to get through it pretty quickly because I realize my first round of videos were kind of long. So I recommend that you watch the videos for your sun, moon, and rising. If you don't know what your sun, moon, and rising are, I highly recommend that you contact me and you have me do your birth chart, and we can find out what your sun, moon, rising, and all of your other planets are. It's a very useful tool for self-awareness and self-discovery, and you can get even more out of these free YouTube readings once you have your actual personal chart done. So for now, I'm going to do a general overview for all Cancers for the month of December 2018. I will quickly say the positions of the cards, and then I will go back and I'll explain all the cards in greater detail, and I'll also show you the cards. Cancer significator for going into December 2018 is the Nine of Rods reversed, covered by the Ace of Rods, crossed by the Five of Rods. The foundation of December for Cancer is the Two of Swords reversed. What's leaving in December for Cancer is the Page of Rods reversed. What could come into being is the Ten of Swords reversed. What will come into being is the Three of Pentacles. Fears or insecurities are the Six of Rods reversed. Others see you as the Chariot. Your positive feelings are the Star. And the outcome is the Queen of Rods reversed. So, Cancer, I want to start by saying that this is the Celtic cross layout. It's the most general tarot layout, and I'm looking at the month of December 2018. Your major arcana are the Chariot and the Star. The Chariot is about progress, and the Star is about faith in the divine plan, faith in divine order, and accessing your higher self. The Star has to do with the crown chakra and enlightenment. So these are themes for Cancer for the month of December. December 1st, Cancer, we find you as the Nine of Rods reversed. And this means you are letting down your guard. You may feel vulnerable. You are covered by the Ace of Rods, which is an invitation or a new opportunity, a start, a beginning. Sometimes this is an actual job offer or a vote in your direction. Sometimes it can show up as a promotion. It's an offering of some kind. And you are crossed by the Five of Rods. And so the crossed card is the only card in the Celtic layout that's horizontal. So it's neither upright nor reversed. And so it has to do with your tikkun, what the Kabbalists call tikkun, which is our karmic correction in this cycle. It's your karmic work for the month of December, Cancer. And this has to do with resolving conflict. And right at the heart of the matter in the beginning of the month, we see you possibly feeling vulnerable about something that you're starting on, or feeling vulnerable somehow about an offer that's being made to you. It can feel like new territory. It can feel like you're abandoning your territory, leaving your territory, or you could just feel vulnerable, unguarded somehow. Your guard is down. The basis of the month of December, the foundation of December for Cancer, is the Two of Swords reversed, which has to do with, I don't know if I like the look of me leaning into the table like that, and I don't know why I do it. I guess I just want you guys to be able to see the cards well. But the basis of the month of December for Cancer is Two of Swords reversed. And again, this is more of letting your guard down. So now we've seen two cards that indicate this for Cancer. Letting your guard down, resolving conflict, maybe feeling vulnerable about something being offered to you, or feeling vulnerable about something that you were beginning on, and maybe feeling vulnerable even about a new promotion for some people, or something like that. But in general, December is a month where, thank you, fire alarms. Hope whoever they are going to is safe. This is fire season in Los Angeles. So anyway, the Two of Swords reversed is also about letting down your guard, not in a good way, and taking off the blindfold and really seeing things around you, seeing things that have been in your landscape that perhaps you were not looking at before, and now you're going to be looking at it this month. What's leaving for the Cancers is the Page of Rods reversed. For some people, this is a child or a young person in your life who may have been having trouble with something that's leaving. For some Cancers, this is going to manifest not as a child in your life, but as a project that you were trying to get going that may have been having a false start, or you may have had trouble getting it off the ground. That's leaving. What could come into being for Cancer in the month of December is the Ten of Swords reversed. So it looks like you were getting over something. There's a completion that happened in your life recently, and you know, you're still feeling it in December, but you're recovering. You're getting past it now. What will come into being is the Three of Pentacles for Cancer, and this is work. This is a great work card. This is a good money card. It's also a good card for beginning new projects. It's a good card for apprenticeships or internships. It's a good card for collaborating, beginning a new project. And so it looks like in general, Cancer, you have good work and money cards with the Ace of Rods covering you and the Three of Pentacles before you. It looks like there are opportunities in business and opportunities to make money and opportunities to get ahead for you in December in the work realm, which is cool because a lot of things are slowing down in December. You know, Mars is in Pisces this month, but that forms a trine with Cancer, that Piscean energy. So Cancer is still really able to drive ahead with goals in a really kind of flowing, intuitive way in December. And let's see, your fears or insecurities, Cancer, are about defeat. And what I will say about that position is that's all it is fears and insecurities. You know, sometimes it's like, you know, the Celtic cross layout, it's such old language. I personally don't even, you know, like to even bring up fears and insecurities. But, you know, we all have them and we all have to work through them, and that's part of our spiritual growth. And so there's no shame in that. And that's part of the reason that tarot readings are a really useful tool, because it helps us kind of look into all those corners of our psyche and our being and see, what are we holding on to? What fear are we holding on to that we need to be working through in December? And it looks like for Cancer, that's a fear of defeat. So, you know, you can work through that and turn that around. Others see you, Cancer, is really moving forward. The Chariot is a card that can be literally about transportation, so others can see you literally traveling or driving, or, you know, in some form of transport. Or it can be that others really see you progressing, moving forward, shooting for your goals, going for it. And again, Cancer, with the Ace of Rods covering you and the Three of Pentacles ahead of you and the Chariot in the position of how others see you, I really see there being forward movement for Cancer in the month of December in terms of career and enterprise and financial goals. So that's great. When a lot of other people are slowing down, Cancer is moving forward and kind of getting ahead of the game. A lot going on. This is a cool time for Cancer. And your positive feelings are the Star. And, you know, we talked about in last month's reading the shift of the nodes to the Cancer Capricorn axis. And I think that the Star being in the position of the Cancer's positive feelings shows, you know, Cancer is really aligning with their higher purpose at this time. There's a real opportunity there for Cancer to access their higher self, to really connect to Source and the divine order, and really kind of be in that harmonious flow with the universe. And Cancer's feeling very positive about this in the month of December. And ultimately, also for some Cancers, this is going to be a person in your life, possibly an Aquarius, that you're feeling very positive about. For some Cancers, this is going to be manifesting as a high-profile person in your life who you are having very positive feelings about. Okay, so because this is a general reading, I like to cover all the bases. When I do one-on-one readings with people, we can get very much more specific on what this means in your life in particular. And then the outcome for Cancer in the month of December is the Queen of Rods reversed. For Cancer women, for some Cancer women, this could be meaning that you yourself are finding yourself at the end of the month having a wobble around something to do with either your home or your career. Things may not be going the way that you want, or perhaps you're not seeing eye to eye with someone in one of those areas. For some Cancer women, this is going to be a woman outside of yourself who you are not seeing eye to eye with. And it will be possibly a fire sign woman, like an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. But it may just be a woman who embodies the characteristics of the Queen of Rods when she's reversed, which can be bossy, domineering, controlling. So you may be dealing with a woman like that. And for Cancer men, yes, you know, there's a woman who will be figuring into the end of December for you, who is possibly bossy, possibly domineering, possibly pushing her point of view or her agenda or way of doing things at the end of the month. So that is the tarot overview for Cancer for December. And now I'm going to get into the planets. I'm 14 minutes in, so I'm not doing that great on time. I guess Cancer is going to be a long one, but I will try and get through the planets quickly and just say to really have a great transit reading about all of the planets in December, the best thing to do is really to get your chart done, and I can do a personal transit reading for you, and we can get really detailed and specific. And it's a wonderful tool for self-awareness and self-discovery and just looking at the events going on in your life in a in a spiritual context, and I don't know, I love it, and my clients love it, and I encourage you to join us in loving it. So December 1st, Mercury retrograde enters Scorpio. Now Scorpio is one of the signs that is trine Cancer. So whenever things are going on in Scorpio, they can be significant for Cancer as well, and usually in a harmonious kind of flow of a way. Mercury retrograde entering Scorpio, however, is Mercury retrograde, and no matter what, Mercury retrograde can present challenges, often in the area of communication, scheduling, technology, losing things, miscommunications with people, and in Scorpio, it can be around the realm of, Scorpio subjects such as sex, death, rebirth, love. No, not love. Well, love, sure. Love is all of the signs subjects, but sex, death, rebirth, transformation, regeneration, wills, settlements, legal disputes, all of those areas for Scorpio can have miscommunications, scheduling conflict, mercurial type errors around December 1st through December 6th when Mercury goes direct. So maybe instead of going upstream, you can kind of surrender to that, Scorpio, for that first week of December. Cancer, you can surrender, to that Scorpio Mercury retrograde in the first week of December. And also December 1st, Jupiter is forming a biquintile with Uranus, and that's Jupiter in Sagittarius forming a biquintile with Uranus in Aries retrograde, and that is in the signs of Sagittarius and Aries, and anything happening in Aries is always going to be significant to Cancer because Aries squares Cancer. So whenever there's something going on with Aries in the sky, it can stimulate you, Cancer, and this is going to be affecting late degree Cancers the most. If you don't know what degree your sun is in, I highly recommend you contact me to have your birth chart done, and we do a reading for you, and we find out the degree of your sun as well as the rest of your planets. But for now, I'll keep going and just saying that this aspect will affect late degree Cancers, and it has to do with a shakeup that creates expansion. It can be also something unexpected, unpredictable around travel, but it has good luck. There's good fortune, but there's a shakeup, and so it can feel like a tough situation, a challenge, or experienced in some kind of contrasting or tension way, but ultimately it is a very beneficial aspect. Sometimes Uranus energy, it's rebellious, it's unexpected, it's a shakeup, and because it's a square for Cancer, this can, be experienced in a challenging manner. But because Jupiter is involved in Sagittarius, that also brings a lot of expansion and growth and truth and spirituality to the situation. Sometimes travel, but sometimes a more figurative exploration that's taking place. So that will be a very significant aspect for some Cancers, late degree Cancers. December 2nd, Venus enters Scorpio again because Scorpio forms a trine for Cancer. This could be a very romantic time for Cancer, a very sexy, sexual time for Cancer. It can be also a very creatively abundant and flowing time for Cancer. And for also on December 2nd, the true node in Cancer forms a trine with Chiron in Pisces. So all of this is very powerful for Cancer. This is healing. This could be a good time for sexual healing for Cancer. But in general, there is an aligning with a higher purpose, flowing with the healing of old wounds, flowing with romance and sexuality, flowing with creativity. All of this is happening for Cancer around December 2nd. December 6th, Mercury goes direct. So this is a great time for any Mercury retrograde happenings, any of that wreckage, whether it was arguments or technological breakdowns, scheduling conflicts, contractual misunderstandings. That kind of stuff should start to straighten out now because Mercury is going direct. Now, there is an after shadow of Mercury that lasts until it returns to the degree where it first went retrograde, which isn't until Christmas Eve. But now things will start clearing up, and now contracts that you enter into should be safe. And now you can start doing the things that maybe you were putting off beginning in Mercury retrograde. And December 7th is the new moon of Sagittarius. The new moon of Sagittarius, new moons are always a good time to set intentions for whatever it is that you want to manifest in your life. This is magic. It is power that is available to us at every new moon, and each new moon holds different themes. The themes of Sagittarius, it's a great time to set intentions around education, travel, religion, spirituality, exploration, goals, faith. These are all of the great themes to set intentions around under the Sagittarius new moon. The Sagittarius new moon can really carry forth the growth and the harvesting of these intentions. 'Tis the season for those kinds of intentions to be set. And I usually do it by a altar with candles and flowers and, photos of the ancestors with, I include all of the elements, and I include cards and crystals, and it helps bring forth that energy. It is very powerful in manifesting. I can include a handful of clients on my altar, but I only have the bandwidth in the room for so many. So if it's something you're interested in, contact me, and I can include you on my altar. However, it's also something that you can do at home. And this is very powerful work for deliberate creation and manifestation in the material realm, which is the realm, we're living in a material world. And I am a materializing girl. So, and I'm making the Cancer videos so long. I tried to make them shorter, but it doesn't seem to be working out. What I want to say is December 9th, Chiron goes direct in Pisces. For late degree Cancers, this will be very healing. To find out where the healing will take place in your chart, contact me for a reading, and we'll look at where Pisces is in your chart. December 12th, Mercury enters Sagittarius. Again, contact me for a transit reading. I'm going to kind of start speeding through the end of these because I've taken so long on this video already. December 15th, Uranus forms a semi-square with Neptune in Pisces. That's Uranus and Aries forming a semi-square with Neptune in Pisces. The sounds of the city are behind me. Isn't it wonderful? And for anybody who is a mid-degree Cancer, this is going to be a very significant aspect. So if you're born anywhere from 9 degrees Cancer to 17 degrees Cancer, this is a very significant aspect. Neptune, Uranus is shakeups, and it's the unexpected, and it's rebellions, and it's The unpredictable. And Neptune is fantasy and dreams and ideals. So there can be a shakeup in ideals around this time for these mid-degree Cancers, and there can be, you know, this is a, you know, Cancer, call me and have your chart done, and let's look at where your planets are, because in general right now this is such a significant time for all Cancers, with the nodes having changed to the Cancer Capricorn axis. So I really encourage Cancers in particular to contact me to have your own chart done and to do readings, because there is just such a powerful opportunity in the next year and a half for conscious Cancers to really align with their higher purpose. And you know, I think readings are one of the tools that can help guide and connect to that. So let's see. And oh yes, of course. So December 21st, the sun enters Capricorn, and Capricorn season is very significant to Cancer. Capricorn opposes Cancer on the zodiac, so it's a very different energy, but it's also the most to learn from that energy. And so this is always a time of the year, Capricorn season, where Cancers have a lot of growth spiritually. And the full moon of Cancer is happening December 22nd. So this, of course, is a very powerful full moon for Cancers, and it's a very emotional full moon for Cancers. Heightened sensitivity, heightened moodiness, very protective, feeling very homey, very protective of your loved ones, very connected to the mother, and very connected to nurturing feminine energy in your life. This is a very psychic time for Cancer. You can pay attention to any of your dreams, any intuitive thoughts that you have. You were very, very psychic at the December 22nd full moon. It's the full moon in Cancer. So yeah, and this is a time where you're realizing any manifestations that you did 6 months ago also, around the new moon of Cancer. So, you know, this is a very powerful time for Cancer. I really can't state it enough. And December 27th, Jupiter is forming a semi-sextile to Saturn in Capricorn, and this is going to be affecting mid-degree Cancers. Anyone in like 7 degrees, 6 to 7 degrees Cancer to 13 to 14 degrees Cancer will really feel this, because Cancer opposes Capricorn, and that's going to be a significant aspect in its expansion in work or an area of your life that requires a lot of discipline and boundaries. And December 31st, Mars enters Aries, and this is going to square Cancer. I recommend for Cancers to stay in on New Year's Eve or have a low-key New Year's Eve. I think with Mars entering Aries the last night of the year, this is going to be a very energetic New Year's Eve, a very fiery New Year's Eve, a lot of drive and energy out there on the streets. But Aries energy does square Cancer energy, and I think Cancer might be more in a reflective kind of homebody kind of space right now. So I went way over time with Cancer. Thank you, Cancers, who stuck with me. This is such a powerful time for you. Please subscribe, and please recommend my site to your friends and family, and please check in with me again. Okay, Cancer, have a good December.